Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lorraine Rose, and if you're new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It means so much. For today's video, I'm going to show you how I prep my home for the fall and holiday season, otherwise known as Thanksgiving. I will do a whole separate video for Christmas when that season rolls around, but for now we are just prepping for the fall. And so I'm going to just kind of take you through a couple days in my home of what I do to prep my home, as well as give you some minimal fall decor ideas. So without further ado, let's just get right into today's video. The first thing I like to do every year right before I go to decorate for the fall is get some fall potpourri going. So basically all I do is I put some cinnamon sticks in a pot with some orange slices, some ginger, some whole cloves, and some rosemary, and then I fill that pot all the way up with boiling water, and then I put the heat onto a high heat setting until it comes to a boil, and then once it's boiling I turn it down to a medium to low heat setting, and I kind of let that simmer, and it just smells up the entire home with yummy fall goodness. And then I like to go ahead and get my diffuser going in my bedroom. So I've got the potpourri going in the kitchen, I've got my diffuser going in the bedroom, and it just creates a beautiful smell throughout my entire home. Now I'm going to go ahead and just create a little fall bouquet here. I found these sunflowers at the grocery sale on clearance, and I thought, sunflowers are a great transition flower from summer to fall because I feel like they have those fall colors in them, and they are like an ode to summer, but they also kind of spring you into the fall season, or at least that's exactly what I thought when I was buying these. I thought, oh, what a great transition flower. So I'm gonna just fill up this vase. Now I will go ahead and leave the link to the recipe down below for what I use for my own homemade flower food, and this homemade recipe just makes my flowers last so much longer, so I'll link that down below for you. And then I always just cut my florals at an angle so they can get plenty of water going through their stems. So now that I've got my fall vase ready, I'm gonna just go ahead and set it on my dining room table with the rest of my fall decor. A few days ago I had my husband help me take down the fall decor from the attic, and then I also collected some decor items throughout my home that I wanted to use for fall, and then I also purchased a few things. So I just got all of that on the table right now. And then the next thing that I like to do is collect all of the trash from throughout the home and take the trash in the kitchen and take it out. That way I don't have any dirty trash in my home, and I can just only have those good fall scents going as I am prepping my home for the holiday season, getting it ready to decorate. And then one thing that I did yesterday before I got started on this video was I washed all of my linens. So all of my cleaning rags, all of my napkins, my linen napkins, all of my unpapered towels, everything, I just went ahead and bleached all of these and washed them. And that's a little tip, is if you're trying to live a more waste-free lifestyle, when you go to buy like unpapered towels and linen napkins, purchase white. That way you can throw them all in the wash at the same time, throw some bleach in there, you don't ever have to worry about stains. And so I'm just folding all of these, and it's just nice because I feel like during the holiday season we host a lot more dinners, so I like to have nice clean linens, and I'm cleaning a lot more just because I'm cooking a lot more, so I like to have all my rags nice and clean. And so that's just a little tip. And then the next thing that I like to do is deep clean my refrigerator and my freezer. Now I do start in my fridge, and basically all I do is I empty everything out completely. I go through everything, any food that's bad I throw it away, and then I kind of will like reorganize any food into maybe smaller containers. If I have a lot, a big container with a little bit of food, I'll go ahead and organize it into a smaller container. And then I always like to put my herbs in a really cute little pitcher with some water in it, and so I did that at this point in time as well. And then once everything is cleared out of my fridge and I've gone through everything, I like to give it a good wipe down. And I kind of do this in a lot of my videos, and so I'm sure you've seen me clean my fridge before. This isn't anything new. This is my cilantro, and I just, like I said, I put it in some water in a little pitcher, and then this is just some leftover food. And then these little containers, I will link them down below. They're also good for the freezer, and I just love them because I can house a lot of my leftovers in there, and they look really cute and you know, aesthetically pleasing in my fridge. And then I always like to keep chilled water in my fridge as well. I purchased those 2 glass jars with the cork lids from a thrift store. And then I love using these white baskets. I got these from Target. They were really inexpensive. I feel like I can house so many condiments in them, and they're really easy to wipe down. And one thing that I do throughout my whole home is with every single space within my home that I have organized, I stay within the same color palette of white baskets, wicker baskets, or clear or glass containers with either wood lids or some type of brown lid. And that way, if I'm not able to like organize my entire home, which I've not been able to ever do all at once, as long as I stick within that same color palette, you know, it looks cohesive throughout my entire home. And so that's kind of how I've organized my fridge. And you know, it's taken me time to buy organizing things for my fridge. I still have some more things that I want to buy for it, and I'm just doing that slowly. So this is my clean fridge, which I love having a clean fridge right before the holiday season because, like I said, I do so much baking, so much hosting during the holidays, so it's just a great way to start off my holiday season. And then what I always like to do for any new holiday season is I like to make a drink, something that I can have on hand throughout the day to kind of sip on. So basically what I did was I just steeped a bunch of chai tea bags into some boiling water. I added some stevia, and then I let that steep for about 15 minutes, and then I went ahead and I added some chilled water, as you can see, to this pitcher, and then I added the warm tea, and then I just filled it up the rest of the way with water. That way, if I want to have iced chai lattes throughout the week, I can have that, and then I just make some more at the end of the week. And like I said, I'm all about drinks during the holiday season. So the next thing I'm going to do is deep clean my freezer. Now, same thing, I just empty it out completely, I wipe it all down. Anything that's freezer burnt, I throw it out. I reorganize anything that needs to be reorganized into separate containers. And then I just kind of keep things in sections in my freezer, as you'll see in a moment once you see the completed organized freezer. But it is just so nice having an organized fridge and freezer during the holiday season. It's one less thing to worry about and stress about when you bring bulk food items in, because I know for me with Thanksgiving, I kind of like to go get my Thanksgiving Day food as much as I can get. Obviously I have to wait to get my produce, but you know, my dry goods and things like that, I like to kind of stock up on those things and my freezer items before, like not, you know, I like to do it not a day before Thanksgiving, but a few weeks ahead of time. And so it's nice to have a clean freezer space to work with. So right here on the left is where I house all of my dog's meals. I prep his meals. He is on a raw food diet, so I just keep his food in the freezer. And then to the right of that, I have all of our frozen fruit. And then down here, I have all of our vegetables and our frozen meats. And then to the right of that, I just have my bread making stuff, my coffee, my butter, things like that. So yes, I am so happy that that is finished and we are done for the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, it is the next day, and I'm gonna just go ahead and turn the heat back on, add some water to my potpourri. Now, the great thing about this potpourri mixture is it will last you 2 full days. So while you're getting your home ready for the fall, while you're decorating, you can have this going for a couple days, which is great. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a pumpkin spice latte. Now, I will go ahead and link this recipe down below for you as well. Basically all I do is I make the pumpkin puree in one batch, as you see here, and this is sugar-free, it's keto, I'm using a sugar-free sweetener, and this puree, I only have to use a few tablespoons for every drink that I make, so I just leave it in the fridge. That way, if I want to have a pumpkin spice latte throughout the week, I can do that. And basically all I do is I have my husband, my sweet husband here, make us some shots of espresso. You can just do regular coffee, but we love espresso. And then we add that pumpkin puree to it in a blender. And in the blender, as you can see here, sorry about my hair, I just got out of the shower, so I had to clip it back. And it will be dry by the end of this video. My hair takes so long to dry, but basically all I'm doing is just adding some heavy cream, I'm adding some almond milk, I'm adding some of that pumpkin puree I just made, and we do add some stevia to this as well. You can use, you know, whatever sweetener of choice that you would like. I do add some vanilla extract, and I like to just blend all of that in the blender until I feel the mixture is warm, like a lukewarm. Using my Vitamix, you can actually use your Vitamix and blend up whatever mixture you put in there, and it'll heat it up. So if you leave it in there long enough, it'll actually heat up your mixture. And then once my mixture was kind of like a lukewarm, I did go ahead and just put it on the cooktop to make sure it was nice and hot. So we had nice hot lattes to drink. And my husband did actually pour the espresso shots in the blender, and then we added the liquid mixture to it. Now, we were able to make 3 cups of coffee with this. We made one for myself, my husband, and my father-in-law. My in-laws live in our basement apartment, and my father-in-law loves coffee. And he really liked this coffee drink. I could hear him screaming over it down in the basement after we gave it to him. So definitely check this recipe out. I will link the ingredients down below for you. And this is just something I like to do while I'm prepping my home for the holiday season, while I'm getting ready to decorate. I just love having a hot drink on hand. And so I went ahead and I just guzzled that down before I got back to work. Alright, and once I was done with that, I went ahead and I started tackling my pantry. That is another space in my home that I always like to empty out completely, declutter, deep clean, and reorganize before the holiday seasons. And I do this quite frequently. Sorry, my dog is playing in the background. Whenever I open it up and I feel that it's starting to overwhelm me because it's gotten a little out of hand, I'll set a day and I'll say, okay, on this day, this week, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle my pantry. So that way I'm not just stressed out about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. I make sure to tackle it when I start feeling that way, but especially right before Thanksgiving and right before Christmas, I always clean out this space. And I would highly recommend to get these same white baskets for your pantry because it makes it so easy when you're going to reorganize everything. I have a basket for all my canned good items. I have one for my snacks. I have one for my spices. It's nice having separate baskets that are designated for separate things throughout your pantry, and it kind of keeps you from hoarding things as well, because if I look in my snack basket and I see that it's full, when I go to make my grocery list, I'm not going to write out more snacks because I know our snack basket is full. Like, we need to eat the snacks we have before I buy more. And I do that for all of the baskets. And I also like these because, like I said, you could just wipe them down really easily and they fit within my color scheme, which is great. And instead of like chip clip bags, I use clothesline pins, wooden clothesline pins. and I use those for all of my bags that have been opened already, and I feel like it's just so aesthetically pleasing, so cute. So that's just a little, pantry tip for you. And another thing I like to do before the fall is I like to buy 2 or 3 new boxes of tea to add to my tea box collection. And so that's what I did. And I will link these tea boxes down below for you. I love them because they're clear so you can see what's in there. They're stackable. And anytime we have a big gathering during the holidays, and I know that people are going to be coming over that like to drink tea, not everybody likes coffee, some people prefer tea, I'll just set these out, and it's like fun for people to be able to pick their teas. So yes, organizing my teas. And then in these little boxes, this is where I keep all of our pills. So basically what I do is I have a basket in my kitchen of all of our vitamins, and once a week I'll go ahead and take that basket down and I'll fill up these pill containers, and that way we can just have those on hand. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but some people, you'll walk into their house and they have like vitamins spread out throughout their entire counter, which, if that works for them, that's great. But for me, that would totally stress me out. I don't like having tons of stuff out on my counter. So this is one way to avoid that. I just refill these small little pill containers every week, and then I put my vitamins in the basket in the cabinet, and I don't have to worry about looking at them all the time. And I will go ahead and link these basket label clips down below for you. I love them so much. And the top of my pantry is already organized and clean because, like I said, I do like to stay on top of it. But now the pantry is done, the fridge is done. I'm gonna go ahead and add a new roll of paper towels to my paper towel holder. I'm going to add some clean dish towels as well. I went ahead, instead of buying like a fall themed dish towel, I just bought white. That way, like I said, I could just bleach them when they get dirty, and I can use these not just for the fall, but all year long, which I like. And about this time, my potpourri is kind of done. I ran it for a long time yesterday, so I did go ahead and just toss it out. And this acorn dish soap from Mrs. Meyer's is one of my favorites of their fall scents, so I would highly recommend that one. And now I'm going to just make an iced chai latte because as much as I like hot drinks, when I'm working around the house, sometimes it's so nice to have something iced to sip on. So I'm going to go ahead and just sip on this as I continue working. And now I'm going to light my first candle of the fall. This is cinnamon stick, and it's from Walmart. Now, this candle was only $5 at Walmart. Their candles, to me, are so awesome. A lot of them smell really good, and they burn evenly, and they're only $5. And all I do is I just take the sticker off, as you see me doing here, and you never know, it was from Walmart. So I got the cinnamon stick one, and I got a vanilla one from Walmart this year, which you'll see a little bit later on in the video. I like to go ahead and just light that, make everything smell super delicious. And then the next thing I like to do is sweep and mop the kitchen. Now I've already put all the dishes away, I've already wiped down all the counters, all the appliances, and so now I'm just sweeping and mopping. Now, I did do like a whole house deep clean last week, And I will link that video down below for you. And that is something else that I love, love, love to do right before the fall holiday season as well as the winter holiday season. I like to deep clean my entire house, and then the following week I like to do what you see me doing here. Obviously it's a bit different for Christmas, but at least when I go to decorate for fall, I'm not having to worry about deep cleaning my whole house at the same time. It's basically just tidying up. So I'm just vacuuming the living room here, and then I'm going in and I'm sweeping the living room and I'm mopping it, and then I also sweep and mop the front entryway. And I'm going to just talk about the front entryway for a moment. When you walk into your home, the front entryway is the first place that you walk into and that guests walk into. And I feel like what the entryway should be is a place that kind of sets the tone for how the rest of your home feels. And so if you have tons of bags and tons of clutter in your front entryway, I would really encourage you to take this time to just declutter, load up your car with anything that needs to be returned or donated or taken back to a friend, something you may have borrowed, and really create a minimal space. That way, right when you walk into your home, you're not hit with tons of stuff and you're not immediately hit with the anxiety of having to deal with all that stuff. All I have in my front entryway are three or four hooks, and I only hang my dog's leash on those and my purse when I come in the home, or, you know, for when I'm leaving, and my keys, and that's it. I have a 4-length mirror, I have curtains for the windows, and that is it. I don't even have a rug in there. I just like to keep it simple and minimal, and I have to fight the temptation to try to add more decor to this space because I like to just walk in to my entryway first thing and just be able to breathe and not worry about tons of clutter everywhere. So I would just encourage you, if you have some time while you're getting your home ready for the fall, to tackle your front entryway space. If you're not able to tackle your entire home, you know, which none of us are able to do all at once, just start there. And I think that's a great starting point. And don't just like throw stuff away, like really take your time. And, you know, there's tons of advice out there on how to declutter and get rid of stuff. And so you can even watch some videos to help motivate you to do that. But just trust me when I say less is more. You'll be thankful for it in the end. You don't need a Pinterest-worthy front entryway filled with tons of stuff. That will probably end up just adding to the clutter that you've already built up in that space and overwhelm you over time anyways. But if not, I'm fine to be wrong as well. Alright, now my hair is pretty much 100% dry. I've just got to go shake out the gel cast, so I will be right back. Alright, my hair, I actually was having a really good hair day this day, so I was kind of showing off. I do have some curly hair tutorial videos on my channel. I need to update those and make some new ones, and if there's anything specific that you would like me to make a video on for curly hair, let me know in the comment section below. Oh, my little puppy, I didn't get to take him walking the 2 days that I did this because I was just trying to focus on getting my home ready, but he was so good the whole time. He was just such a little sweetheart, so thankful for him. So I'm going to go ahead and start off in this section of my home. As soon as you walk up the stairs, this is what you're hit with. And so I went ahead and I purchased this cranberry spice broom from our local grocery store. They always come out with them in the fall time, and my husband actually really loves the way they smell. And so I went ahead and I purchased one of these, and I'm gonna just hang it up on this little coat rack right here. And those baskets on the coat rack I just recently purchased from Target from their dollar section, and I love them. I think they're so cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put these cleaning books away. I love keeping organizing and cleaning books out as decor throughout my home. For those weeks when I'm just not feeling motivated, I'll just pick up one of those books and grab a cup of coffee and read for an hour, and it will really motivate me to get stuff done in my house. But I'm putting those away because they don't go with my fall decor. And I'm going to go ahead and just clear off this little entryway table. I guess when you enter into our living room, This is the dresser that's there. I actually repurposed this dresser. It was only $60 and it's solid wood. It's tongue and groove drawers. It's so beautiful, and I just sanded it down to the bare wood, and then I put a coat of matte poly on it. And for 60 bucks, I really like how it turned out. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put my flowers here. Now when the flowers died, I just removed the vase and left the remainder of the decor there. But for this week, while they were there, I really enjoyed them, and it was kind of like a way to, you know, like I said before, say goodbye to summer and get excited about the fall. And then I did just go ahead and add some pumpkins. These little pumpkins were actually in the floral section in my local grocery store, as well as these little wheat stems. I think this is wheat. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong down below and let me know what those are. And then once again, once the flowers died, I just took the bundle of white pumpkins and I put them in a vase in my entertainment center, and then I took the bundle of wheat and I put it in a vase in our bedroom, and that's how I repurposed those. And one thing I like to do is I love to collect crystal dishes and glass dishes and crystal candlestick holders and glass candlestick holders from Goodwill. And I use these for so many things when I host dinner parties during the holidays. And so normally I like to keep kind of a more minimal, simple decor throughout my home, but sometimes during the holidays I get a little crazy like you see me doing here, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just put a ton of candlestick holders that I've collected over the years on this little entryway table and make a little decor moment out of it. And I actually purchased these candlesticks off of Amazon. I will link them down below for you. They came in a huge pack of them and I really like them. And so that is my little fall decor moment right there. Now my colors for the fall are white, cream, and kind of like a burnt orange color. And I did try to go for more of like a timeless, minimal look. I feel like with fall decor and Christmas decor, it can get tacky real quick. And so I like to just keep things really subtle. I like my color scheme to be subtle that way because I am adding more things than what is normally in my home as far as decor goes. So for me, having a tons of like wacky, crazy colors everywhere on a regular day-to-day basis during the holidays would stress me out. I know you guys are probably thinking I'm such a weirdo because I think it is. For me, I enjoy going into homes that are really colorful and fun during the holiday season. Like, I enjoy it, but if I had to live with that, I think it would stress me out. So that's why I pick more like neutral color palettes. And I went ahead and I purchased these pillowcase covers from Walmart. They were $12 for 2 of them. I will try to find them and link them down below for you, but this is a great solution. Instead of having to buy pillows that are specifically for the fall or for Christmas, just buy pillowcase covers. They're so much easier to store. You don't have to worry about storing big pillows the remainder of the year. You can just store the pillowcases. The pillowcase covers, sorry. Now I am going to go ahead and use these stacking baskets on my coffee table to decorate it for the fall. So I'm just removing those now, and then I just went ahead and I wiped down underneath those baskets, as you see me doing here. And then I went ahead and I just added these 3 baskets to this little space here on the entertainment center with a vanilla scented candle. Now, these 3 baskets were baskets that I was no longer using anymore, and I thought, you know, the roundness of them kind of reminded me of a pumpkin, and they did go with my color scheme, so I thought, you know, I'll just go ahead and use those for a part of my decor. And maybe, you know, in the next few weeks here, I'll get like some fall garland that I'll add to these little baskets, but for now, that just works fine. And then for the coffee table, I went ahead and I added these 2 round stacking baskets, and then I had 2 other round stacking baskets in our master bedroom. that I went ahead and I just brought out to use right next to these baskets on my coffee table here. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to style these for the fall. I purchased this glass dome, I'm not sure what you would call this, little tray situation from Goodwill several years ago. I use it during Christmas time and the fall time. I just like to house little fall and Christmas decor pieces in it and then use it as a decor moment somewhere throughout my home. This year it's going to be in these little baskets, but one new thing that I purchased this year were these fall velvet cream pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. They were half off, so it was only $8 for both packs of them. Every year I like to buy a few new things to add to my fall decor, but as you'll see in this video, I don't have a ton of stuff. Where I have a lot of stuff is with the Christmas, so stay tuned when I start doing my Christmas decor because the color palette's still neutral, but it's a lot because I love Christmas so much. And then I just kind of flip it over and I've got these little tiny velvet pumpkins in this glass dish that I thrifted. So I'm going to just set that in the basket, and then I have this string of beads that I purchased from Target. I will link them down below because Target still sells this string of beads. It is quite expensive. It's $25, but I use it all the time, and it's nice because as you can see here, you can use it with your holiday decor as well. And I'm going to just string it at the top, kind of to look like the top of a pumpkin, if that makes sense. I hope my decor makes sense to you guys. And then I just have this little squash here that I purchased, I think either last year or the year before that I'm gonna just set in the other basket with a couple of these dishes that I purchased, I think at TJ Maxx, but they reminded me of apple pie dishes. I keep them out year round, but I thought these look fall, so I'll put those in the basket as well. And then this apricot candle I actually purchased from IKEA when I was there a few weeks ago with my friend. And so I'm just finishing it off with this candle. And my dog actually really found the candles very interesting. He doesn't ever try to touch them, but he loves just sitting there and staring at them, which I think is so cute. I mean, if I ever do light the candles, since they are at his level, I always do it when I know I'm going to be like in eyesight of them, just to make sure. You never know when he's going to do something crazy. I mean, he's a very cautious dog. Like, he doesn't get into trouble at all. He doesn't cause any mischief, but you never know. And then I just went ahead and set those little porcupines right there on my fireplace, and that was it. Like I said, I just keep my fall decor as simple as possible, so hopefully you're able to get a few ideas, but I totally understand if you're like, no, this is way too simple, I need more. I get it. Now, I don't actually decorate the guest bathroom or any of the bedrooms for the fall. I like to just keep those as clean and minimal as possible. I like to keep the fun in the main living areas and then just the time for rest and relaxation in the bedrooms. And then, you know, the guest bathroom is just simple and plain, so. And then for the kitchen, I just went ahead and added this DIY wood pumpkin that my husband made me several years ago to my hood vent here, and I like it because it just kind of blends in with the rest of the decor and just the look I'm going for. I feel like I keep saying I'm going for the minimal, simple look, you know, like I've said it 20 times, so I'm just not gonna say it. You guys know, you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, I feel like. Now, the next thing I did was I cleared off the table. I went ahead and I put the boxes back in the attic that I wasn't going to use anymore. I kind of put everything away. I went ahead and I washed and I ironed this white tablecloth, which it just wasn't ironing properly, which is fine, but I went ahead and I put it down with this runner. Now, I do not keep my table like this throughout the entire holiday season. I'll actually show you what it looks like on a day-to-day basis in a moment, but I figured for the video, just to give you an idea of how to do a fall Thanksgiving table setting, I went ahead and I just set the table. And this garland I got from Hobby Lobby. It was half off, so I got 2 strings of it for $20. And I might go back and get some more for those round baskets in the living room that you saw before, just because this garland is so cute. And then I just added this little cream pumpkin to it that I already had. And then as far as the actual table setting goes, I just use these wooden chargers and I add these round plates and these round bowls to it that are from Hearth and Hand, the Magnolia collection at Target. I use these for Christmas as well. This was actually one of my Christmas gifts from my husband last year, was this bowl plate set from the Hearth and Hand collection. I wanted something that was like neutral colors that I could use for every holiday season, and that's what my husband got me, and I love them. And then I just use these fall napkins with these napkin ring holders that my husband made me. He just cut pieces of wood and then drilled holes through them, and it was like a free little DIY that he did for me because he's awesome. My husband is wonderful. And that is my table setting. Now, this is what it looks like on a day-to-day basis, you know, so that way I can edit videos on the table, I can eat unfancy meals at the table, I can work on puzzles, all that stuff. So it's not set up like that on a day-to-day basis. Just for you guys, I did that, just for you guys. And then the next thing I always like to do is buy some cinnamon sticks. Now in the kitchen, I did go ahead and set up that base with the florals and the pumpkin on my kitchen island there. And I just did that to give you guys kind of an idea of how to decorate your kitchen island, but I did take that down after the video. I just did that for you guys to give you an idea, but I like my kitchen island to be as clean and clear of stuff as possible, especially during Thanksgiving when I do so much baking. Now that is everything. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys so much, and please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, bye!